So as I was saying, the you know the hand of the powers that be uh, wouldn't have slapped me around as or came down to my family and worked on the people around me, which I feel guilty about because I am my own entity. I have everyone involved around me um, was didn't create the stories I wrote. Or, you know what I mean? They don't have the same point of view as I have, or care about the social activism that I do in my work, and so I don't know exactly. I mean, people are people. Like, if you really wanted to profile somebody and see if you can get them to do something illegal, or offer them money, or offer them marijuana, or be rich, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of ways to get people, especially people that don't have a lot of money. I won't get into specifics, but it's been, it's I don't know if I was the initial cause of all this drama that's brought in the law. But since I was a kid, it been going on, and it escalated into this. And the people that I actually know and entities I know that I'm a good guy, and know that all my intentions are good, and believe that my work and my accomplishments in this world are legit. And so there's a lot of support. There's been a lot of support through my life, and I wish some of these things were told to me to begin with, because I would have squashed them when they first started, or just deal with the issues one at a time, instead of like having all this stuff piled on. Because when you say something about somebody, people believe it, and you can say anything about somebody and you skew the people's view of the situation. You can skew people's reactions, and there's so many of them now that I'm like, hey, how do I even begin to like start breaking this down? So I've started it already. So that's kind of what's been going on with breaking this stuff down. And you're putting me in danger with these these friggin' underground groups and gangs, and racism. Like, there's some crazy people out in this world. Putting my name out like this is ruthless and very life-threatening. Even though you guys want to try to make it like it's just a joke, and it was just like, it's not real. Shit's real, man. And people reacted the way they did because they put my name out like that. And whether they were trying to protect themselves, or they just thought they were going to be heroes, or whatever their ideas were, somebody's started this. Somebody put this out there, and people ran with it, and it became something that interrupted my life and interrupted the people around me, my loved ones, and good people, interrupted their lives. And so the reactions that you're going to get, that the world is getting, is, you call it karma or whatever. It's just putting people through shit is not cool, especially when it's unjust and unfounded, because they knew this stuff wasn't really going to stick, and it wasn't going to be something that they're going to be able to get me for, because it wasn't even that. And so to this day, 5 years is a long time. 10 years is a long time. So being mentally tortured for 5 years is pretty bad, man. It's like right up there with the Nazi shit. And so unless we really are in the Nazi shit, if that's what this government really wants to turn into and the society wants to be, there has to be some repercussions, some amens made from this situation to clean this up for reals, because like I said, I'm not gonna walk around with the shit in my name, and the society knows this is some weird, unjust shit. So, it seems like I'm the only one that can really come out and say what's going on. But it's tough to say because I don't know exactly who's the opposition or what's the opposition. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's just, we're just all part of history. We're all making history. It's crazy that I've been an influence on this current events calendar for a long time, mass media shit. But I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for to be a catalyst for racial injustices or changes or war, some civil war. Like the clean version of all this stuff is actually the best version, because there's actually love and caring and good stuff in there. When you add all this other racial stuff, and that's kind of like issues that the government and officials and society should fix up. Should have their own chance to fix this up the right way, so that when it does get fixed up, it'll actually be legit, instead of using trickery. Because then when people find out it's trickery, then it breaks it all apart and you're back to square one. And so real change has to have a good foundation, and that's why it's important. Alrighty, later.